Another young person shot and killed in Detroit this summer. I'm Camille and Mary. We'll have details coming up in a live report.
We're already cooling off. Temps are in the mid-60s. Right now we have low 60s in western parts of the state and then 50s out near Wisconsin. We're going to have a cool start to your work week, even cooler daytime highs. We'll show you when 70s will arrive in the forecast coming up.
We begin with breaking news out of Green Oak Township. Sky Fox is right now over the scene of what was a massive car fire at 10 Mile and Rushton Road. A medevac chopper was called to the scene as well. We're working to find out if anyone was hurt here and what caused this fire. Stick with Fox 2 on air and online for any updates.
Also developing tonight, it's happened again. Gun violence takes the life of a teenager. A 16-year-old found shot to death on a playground in Detroit.
And now police want the community to set aside all norms about snitching and tell them what you know if you have info to help find whoever did this. Fox 2's Camille Mary has been following this story all day long. She joins us now with the latest. It just breaks your heart, Camille.
You know, it really does, and it happened in broad daylight. I know somebody out there knows something, and people, of course, tonight calling for an end to the violence this summer.
Early Sunday night, gathering in prayer at Butzel Park on Detroit's west side. A group of Detroiters putting their faith in God, praying for the violence in the city to end.
It's powerful. It's powerful. You got to have faith. You got to believe. You got to have something higher up.
The prayer circle just feet away from where a 16-year-old boy was shot and killed Saturday night. The latest shooting in what has been an incredibly violent summer. So many of the victims, young people.
We got to give them something else to look up. That's all they see. That's what they think is popular. So we got to find something different.
Yeah, this has been a brutal summer, and it's heartbreaking to see, like, you know, all the families that are impacted by so many lives are being taken this summer.
Tucson Knight heads up a youth mentorship program working with at-risk young people in Detroit.
We have to step up as a community. We have to mentor more kids. We have to take them under our wing. A lot of kids are out there with not a lot of guidance and direction. So that's what you're seeing happen with a lot of these young people.
Knight is teaching them there is a different way, but he's just one person, just one organization, and he can't do it alone. Fox 2 profiled Knight's program Caught Up last month.
The summertime should be a time where young people are having fun. They're going to the park. They're having a great time. It is so sad to see that so many people are going outside their doors and never returning.
Tucson Knight knows all this firsthand because he goes to every crime scene and he consoles the family and he goes to the hospital with them. Most of these people are strangers to him, but he does this because he feels the need to help. There aren't a lot of people like Tucson Knight out there, but I know there are more people that can step up and do the work that he's doing. It's been an awful summer to report on all these, and I can't even imagine what it's been like for all the families who have lost these kids way too soon. Reporting live, Camille and Mary, Fox 2 News.
Camille, when you were covering this story for us at 6 o'clock, we saw people playing on the playground. I wonder if you had a chance to talk to them, if they were aware of this. Has that impacted any of their decision making, whether they should visit places like this in the future?
Yeah, well, the prayer group that you saw in the story, they actually incidentally had planned to do a prayer group, a prayer circle at that park already before this shooting happened. They had chosen that park because there's been violence there this summer, and then this happened last night. We saw another group of kids who were just playing basketball, having fun, a pickup game, which is what we want to see in the summertime, right? I mean, these places are safe. They're not violent, but then the wrong bad actors come into play, and then all of a sudden things get dicey. So every time we go to one of these scenes, though, after the fact, nobody seems to be scared, and I don't know if they think because lightning doesn't strike twice or because a lot of times these attacks are not random, but a lot of them are. So you never know. It's been a lot this summer.
Yeah, a playground should be safe, and we should do everything we can to make that possible. Thank you, Camille.
New tonight, investigators say a Livonia woman turned against her friend's dad over an apparent small slight shooting at him. We've learned she's now facing some serious charges. It happened last Sunday at a home in East Point. Police say when 31-year-old Kimberly Lozano was asked to leave, she fired her gun. Thankfully, no one got hurt here. Lozano is facing several charges, as you might imagine: intent to murder, resisting a police officer, and felony firearm charges. She was given a $350,000 bond.
Also new tonight, a man accused of robbing 2 delivery drivers in Detroit is facing federal charges. Darren Finkley allegedly admitted to robbing a pizza delivery driver in the area of Telegraph and Schoolcraft back on August 1st. He's also accused of robbing a DoorDash driver 2 days later in the area of Riverdale and Davison. Finley is facing 2 charges of Hobbs Act robbery, which bans or extortion the effects of any type of sale.
All right, this is certainly not a good look for your job. A Michigan woman has been charged with embezzling millions of dollars from her work at the General RV Center. 56-year-old Susanna O'Hara, who you're looking at now, of New Boston, is accused of using her company's systems and client information to issue checks before cashing them, totaling $2 million. O'Hara is facing 8 felony charges, including embezzlement, using a computer to commit a crime, forgery, and identity theft.
And now to a news alert on Detroit's west side. Police are searching for missing 31-year-old Daniel Carter. Carter was last seen yesterday in the area of Poe and West Grand Boulevard. Police say he has a snake tattoo on his upper left bicep and was wearing a tan shirt with blue jeans. If you see Daniel Carter, please call Detroit Police.
We was walking out of the parking garage to go see my little sister, and then a dude came out the building running and saying there's an active shooter, and so we just started running, and then I jumped in a bush just to find cover.
Students at the University of South Carolina have been given the all clear now. They had reports that there was an active shooter. Very scary, I'm sure, for those kids. Police got reports of a gunman at the library around 7 tonight. Officials say there's no evidence of an active shooter, but they're still searching the area just to be safe.
Take a look at this. A man in Casa Grande, Arizona, caught an insane lightning bolt on camera. This happened last night during a dust storm while the state is in the peak of its monsoon season. It's a wild shot of lightning right there.
Yeah, we saw actually quite a bit of that yesterday for some spots. I know a lot of folks were out there and they were like, well, we're not necessarily seeing any active rain, but there were a few thunder showers that were out yesterday, and we actually had some severe weather up near Macomb County and St. Clair County. Now, that wasn't the case today, which is great. So we do have quiet weather leading into tonight, and then also for a good chunk of your work week, too. This is a live look over Southfield right now, and it is mainly quiet. We don't really have a whole lot going on here, which is fantastic, and a quiet night before a lot of folks head out to school early tomorrow morning. Mid-60s right now in the city, 61 Grand Rapids. We're in the mid to upper 50s from northern Wisconsin up near Ironwood, extending into Green Bay at 58. 66 in Chicago, low 60s in Fort Wayne. We are dealing with a west-northwesterly breeze. They have since relaxed. Since we last checked in earlier in the evening, they were around that 17-mile-per-hour mark, but they have since relaxed to around 5 to 10. But they will kick up as we head into tomorrow. We don't have anything really right now on our radar locally. A lot of it's up near northern Michigan, western parts of the state, southwestern Michigan too. So we're steering clear, I think, of any precip overnight. And in fact, a lot of us are going to see a mix of clouds and a little bit of clearing. So it's not even going to be super cloudy as we head into the overnight hours. Temps tonight will be dipping into the mid-50s. It's going to be cool for sure. And getting ready for school tomorrow, temperatures should be in the mid to upper 50s. So maybe grab that lighter jacket. We do see 70s as we head into next week or this upcoming week. And we'll time out when we see our next chance of rain as well in the forecast coming up.